Hey there again. Now, let's talk about the CIA triad. In my previous videos, we talked about types of controls. So, if you are not really familiar with type of controls, I really suggest you go look for that video and watch it. Make sure you understand the types of controls so that before moving on. Remember, this videos or this training material is mainly for Comptia Security Plus 701. This is a guideline for passing that exam. So I will again advise you not to just Google, right? Okay. CIA triad. When you hear CIA triad, it sounds like the CIA government kind of agency, that one, which is cool. The same. This is cool too, right? Cool for all of us. Yeah, all of us nerds. Yeah, who knew becoming a nerd can be this cool? Yeah, but CIA in cybersecurity stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. And if you have been in cybersecurity for even 12 seconds, you know this is crucial. This all our being is to protecting this three. Like we live on these three, right? It's like the God of cybersecurity. So the and this is just a foundational concept. You just need to know this to kind of understand your calling in cybersecurity. We'll start with confidentiality. And confidentiality, so again, I want you, after you've gone to read all the technical terms, now bring it to English. Confidential. We are trying to keep our system, our data, and everything that pertains to us confident, right? We don't want our situation out there. We don't want even patient information. We don't even want our name, our date of birth, insurance. We don't want it out there. And you should live your life like that. You shouldn't really just volunteer information, especially not in 2024. You should let people work hard for the information you have. Your name, I know, social media is like, what are you going to do with your name? But if I am trying to get to you, knowing your name solves one of the problems, right? Then knowing your age, and some of you people even put your date of birth and your full date of birth and your address. You take videos with your address. I mean, I've watched videos where I'm like, oh, I know this place, and I'm like, yeah, I do know this place. Imagine I really want to do something. That's one puzzle that has been solved freely, right? So we're keeping confidentiality, and this is to protect information from being accessed by unauthorized entities, right? So it's okay for my husband to know my name. It's okay for my friends to know my name. But I don't want people, I want to have control over who knows my name. I know name is probably just so simple because we just give it away. But I'm talking about my date of birth, your social security number. Anybody can call you and take your social security number. You go online and you put your social security number in the name of I'm filling a form and I'm no, you know. So um, this involves a mechanism that control and restrict access to sensitive data. One big example is 2FA, multi-factor authentication. Look, we say 2FA, but we are literally going to 3FA, 4FAs. It's getting serious. Like my friend would say, it's seriouser than I thought. So, guys, don't live on being quiet sometimes, right? Control who knows who you are. Let it be a privilege for people to know your secrets, right? It will be used against you very soon, right? That's what threat actors will use your own information against you. So that's what companies are doing. That everything that you trust me, you the client, anything that you trust me, the company with, I will guard it with my life. Basically, that's all I'm saying. There are the technical terms, which is on my screen right now, but I'm simply put, anything you give to me, if I am a bank, any information you provide me in the name of banking with me will not go anywhere but stay here. And that's why you should read everything, because they let you sign. Is it okay to give it to third party? You should say no. Always say no. Don't accept cookies. That cookies means we are going to use your information for promotional activities. So always click no. I know some of them are very restrictive, or they tell you you must accept those ones. Maybe accept just the functional ones, which is only one. And that one, they don't even give you an option to uncheck. But everything else, reject all your cookies. I mean, if you have any other thoughts about cookies, please comment and let's all learn together, because I don't like cookies. Personally, I don't even like cookies in real life anyway. Real cookies. How much more internet cookies? But anyway, so don't freely sign off your life like that. That's what we are saying. When you come to, especially in hospital, HIPAA requires that you don't share patient information without the patient's knowledge, right? So most hospitals let you sign that we are going to share it with other companies, other doctors or physicians. Unfortunately, that means physicians who are selling drugs, medicine, physicians who are selling medical equipment. So they are going to just use you for, so it's very dicey. But most companies, especially hospitals, kind of unquote like swear an oath to not share your information, and you have a lot of rights in telling them, don't give my information to anyone without talking to me. And this means you have to read the things you sign. Don't just check and put your initial on things you haven't read already. Okay, read and check. If they say we want to give to third party, if you hear third party, call them and say, what do you mean? Call the assistant. They probably don't even know, because nobody asked, right? Don't don't volunteer your information. So that's what confidentiality does. All we are doing is keeping your work, your information secret, confidential. We are only letting authorized users use your information, and we promise you on that. Integrity. When we come to integrity, we want to say that any information that we have in the system is true. Any information we have in the system hasn't been altered, right? It's not that the board of directors said this, that, and that. They put policies in place, they send out emails, they put documentations in place, but average Joe like me can go in there and change anything. Some people think you can go into Wikipedia and change anything in there. I am one of those people. I used to mess with Wikipedia so much. You go in, it will allow you to type something in, but they review and then they take it out. So I still don't think it has integrity, but I'm just using it as an example that any average Joe cannot just go and change. In the company I work with, it goes through lengths. Any changes in any documentation goes through checks and balances. This person reviews and approves, then it goes to that person, then approves, then it goes to this person before it goes to senior leadership for them to finally say, okay, we got it, this is our policies for the year. It's not that anybody who wants to change something says, okay, the policy says we should have multi-factor authentication, but I'm going to accept this software, so let me quickly change it to multi-factor authentication. Is not a requirement. It's a recommendation. No, you can't just do that. We want to assure you, our board of directors, our clients, that when we present any information to you, or when you give us your information, it will not be altered. It will not be changed. It will not be easily just manipulated or moved around. You can trust what we put out there and what you give us, that is going to remain the same. So integrity ensures the accuracy and trustworthiness of information. This involves preventing unauthorized or accidental alterations to data. So like I was saying, before any alteration is made to data, it goes through a lot of checks, a lot of approval, a lot of things go on before anything can be like file permission, right? Everything we do, even in my team, everyone, when you do something in your maybe I have a documentation, I'm sending it to you, you can view it, you can edit it, I will see anything that you did for it. I'm going to give you a permission to either view, edit, or edit and view, really. So I can give you that permission, but if I don't give it to you, you can only view. Most people can view. If you're not in my team, you can view our documentation, but you cannot edit. So that's another way of preventing people from changing and altering, making alterations to documentation, right? We want to rest assure you that the information we have given you can be trusted. It's not that we give it to you, that we make promises to you, and then tomorrow we are going to change it and then tell you that's not what we gave you. We told you we couldn't do it, and you said, no, 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 we can't do that. Once we present it to you, you sign, I sign, it's good. You can take it to the bank. And then the next one we are going to talk about is availability. Availability ensures that information and resources are available and accessible when needed. Mind you, when you go to read all the definitions I've put here, I have tried to water it down a little bit so that it's easier, right? So it may not be the same as what Comptia put out, but this is just, again, this material is a supplemental to Comptia's official material. So this definition is probably one line when you go to that book, but I have kind of expanded it a little bit, and I hope I haven't confused you. So this involves measures that prevent and respond to disruptions such as redundant system, backup solutions, and disaster and recovery patches and updates backups. I put backups twice. Again, I wrote them. So if, and I did read over, so I put backups twice, but hey, I'm just telling you, you need backups upon backups upon backups. And availability, like I put here, it only means when you need the information, we have it. We cannot come to you and say, a lawyer maybe will come and say, we are investigating a situation, maybe a HIPAA situation. We need all audit logs from, I think with HIPAA it's 6 years or 3 years, I can't remember. We need audit logs from 3 years ago, and you're like, we don't have it all. We said we had it yesterday, but I've looked everywhere, I can't find it. If you work at a bank and they say maybe IRS is doing an investigation and I come to you as my banker, you told me you can keep record of, I don't know, 3 years back or 6 years back. Now IRS is saying they need my activities for 3 years back. You said you have it for 3 years. Where is it? Right? It's different if they say they can't provide it. So all these things is making information available. A patient come to you and says they are transferring to a different doctor. I need my information. You cannot say I don't have it. Or you cannot say, well, I did the checkup. I treated you. It's my my property. So no, you can't say that. You would have to provide for the person, right? You would have to provide for the patient. It's too early in the morning. So this is all bringing redundancy in your filing system. So all your data, if you are in the cloud, you also have a data center with replications that you update all the time, right? So if something happens to your system and everything is shut down, you can restore to maybe, I don't know, maybe 30 days or 1 year. I don't know how far. I'm not in a data analyst or in, but you can restore to kind of an accept. Okay, you can restore to an accept. Excuse me. You can restore to an acceptable length of time back to keep the people working, to keep workers working, right? Let's say there is a ransomware. The bad actors have your information and they say, hey, if you don't give us $1 million, we are not going to release your information. Once the legal team negotiates with these people, because they can also say, even if you say, oh, keep it, we don't need it, they can say we will expose it, right? So ransomware is not only when you want your information back. Your IT team, that great IT team you have, will say, okay, whilst legal team is negotiating with these bad actors, we are going to restore the system back so that people can work normally. Every day you go to work, you're able to work. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Someone probably didn't sleep because there was an incident overnight, but you are still able to work because they have different redundant storage for all your data. I mean, cybersecurity is such a rewarding career. Yes, it's stressful, but I love it. I really do. Everything that I have told you today should make you want to really put yourself into this. If you were on the fence, I'm telling you, join the team. It's a great team. It's so anyway, let me not talk too much. I always do. But this is the CIA triad, and this is going to most of the things you do will revolve around this. You're going to ensure confidentiality, ensure integrity, and ensure availability. Most controls are set up to achieve these three. Usually, Comptia will probably put a scenario and let you and ask you whether this affects confidentiality, integrity, or availability, right? So you know, confidential, secret, integrity, unalterated, like not being integrity, that trustworthiness, trust, because I'm like secret. I'm keeping your secret because you trust me. I'm keeping your secret confidential, and I'm ensuring because I have integrity, right? And I will make it available whenever you need it. I promise. And that's it. So that's it. That is the CIA triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The next topic is non repudiation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.